we are revisiting the running track. Now, if you guys have a calculator at home, you're going to need it. If you don't, you can use the calculator on your computer and so on. But yes, we're going to be doing some math for this problem. Okay, so you ready? Let's start. It says the field inside a running track is made up of a rectangle 84 and 3900 meters long and 73 meters wide, together with a half circle at each end. The running lanes are 9 and 7600 meters wide all the way around. What is the area of the running track that goes around the field? Explain or show your work. All right, guys. So I like organize. I like whenever I have space, I like to organize my notes, contrary to belief. So at the bottom, I'm going to partition my paper into 3 sections. Okay. Let me do this a bit better so where it could be a little bit more equal. Let me use my ruler. And you guys can do this with your paper at home. Okay. And let me try to do this again. All right. So I have it partitioned into 3 sections. Okay. So I'm going to write in green when I find the area of the inner field. I'm going to write in, let's pick a darker yellow. Let's pick this color like a burnt orange. Yellow to describe the track. Okay. And then our final answer is going to be in black. Okay. Let me put our final answer. Okay, because we're going to do a lot of work. All right, now that is organized. So, and remember, yellow is representing the track around. Okay, and green is representing the field, of course. All right, so let's get started. All right, so we need to find the area of the running track, which is the yellow area. We want to find this, all right? So we need to first find the area of the field. All right, so let's get started. So when I look at this figure, I see a rectangle, and just like what the question was telling us, it's 2 semicircles, all right, which is right here. Right here, and I see the square right here. Okay, sorry for my sloppiness, but that's what I say. I see a circle that's split in half and 2 squares. All right, so I'm first going to find the area of the square. Why? Because it's the easiest. We're familiar with that formula. Okay, so to find the area of a square, it is length times width. And I'm going to put that down. Length times width to find the area of the square. I'll put a little square annotation next to it so you know what I'm talking about. And here we go. So we want to have the length, which is 73, times the width, which is 84 and 3900ths. So when I multiply those 2 numbers together, I will get 84. Well, not 84. I will get 6,000. Told you guys you're going to need that calculator. You're going to get 6,160 and 47 hundredths. And I want us to use those units, meters square. Okay. Now I need to find the area of that circle. Now, in my Google Meet today, because I was managing Group B, shout out to y'all. All right. In my Google Meet session today, we had a discussion on this. All right. These 2 semicircles. Okay. So these two semicircles, when I add them together, they're going to make a whole circle. So I'm going to show you guys a little. Two semicircles equal one whole circle. So when I add those two circles together, they'll make a whole circle. And this is 73 meters long. Now, you have to decide, is this a radius or a diameter? Because we had a big debate about this in our Google Meet session. It is a diameter, but you don't want to add these two numbers together. No, this is only the diameter. When I put this two together, it's just still going to be 73 meters is the diameter. You don't want to add those two together. That was the big debate about in our Google Meet session today. Okay. So 73 meters, that is the diameter, but I need a radius. What can I do to find the radius if 73 is the diameter? If you guess divided by 2, you are absolutely correct. So 73 divided by 2 is 36 5/10. Now I want to plug that into my area formula, which is area of a circle, which is pi times r squared. All right, which is going to be 3.14 times 36.5 or 36 5/10. So 3.14 times 36 times, all right, so here we go. 3.14 times 36.5 times 36.5. Sorry, guys, I'm typing it so fast. All right, and it's going to give me 4,183 and 265 thousandths. Okay, let me double check my work. All right. So now what I want to do with my two answers is I want to add them together. Why do you ask? Because those two semicircles and a rectangle make the figure that you see. All right. So I'm going to add those two together. And I'm going to write that down. So 6,160 and 47 hundredths plus 4,183 and 26 thousandths. And when I add those two together, I get 10,343 and 735 thousandths, and we're dealing with area, so meters squared. Okay, this is the area of the green field. Now we need to figure out the yellow part, but we have to imagine that this green field is going. Let's just imagine that the whole figure is the yellow polygon or something, like the yellow shape, okay? So let me get my color I promised I would use, which is this burnt yellow / orange color. So I want to imagine that the green field is not there. And to do so, I need to extend, and maybe I need to use black to extend. Okay, I'm using black to extend. Now notice that whenever you extend, if this is 9 76 hundredths, this would be 9 76 hundredths. This would be 9 76 hundredths. So the new value of this diameter, wink, wink, all right, if you didn't know if that was going to be the new diameter, it's going to be 9 76 hundredths times 2, because I have two quantities of them, plus 73, and the new diameter would be not 92 and 20, and not 20, but 52 hundredths meters, okay? So now I'm going to take that information. I need to start solving it. All right. So I want to find the area of what first? The area of the square, or the rectangle, which the length is not 73 anymore. It's 92 and 52 hundredths. So I'm going to multiply 84 and 39 hundredths times 92 and 52 hundredths. Now, if you don't know how I got that formula, keep in mind that to find the area of any parallelogram is base times height or length times width. So I want to multiply those two numbers together. And I should get 7,807 and 7,628 10,000ths, okay, meters squared. All right. Now I need to find the area of that circle. So let me draw my squiggly line. Now, I need to first find the radius. So we need to divide that by 2, just as what we did in the last problem. And it's going to be 46 and 26 hundredths for the radius, okay? This is meters. So I want to take this value and I want to plug it in. So area is equal to 3.14 times 46.26 times 46.26, which are 46 and 26 hundredths. I'm going to put my multiplication symbols a little bit exaggerated or exaggerate them so you know it's multiplication and don't think that it's an extra decimal. So I'm going to multiply that. And you guys can be doing the same at home while I do mine. It's okay to yell out the answer because nobody can hear you. All right, so this area would be 6,719, and I'm not even going to try to say this decimal value. Yikes. Okay, so just like we did in our last problem, I want to add those two values together. I told you guys you're going to need a calculator for this and some patience. All right, don't be intimidated by these numbers. Numbers are numbers, no matter how big or small they are. Let me add that again. I like to double check my work. If you guys double checked your work already and know the answer, let me know. All right, here's the number I'm getting. 14. I added those two numbers together, okay? And I'm going to write that down so you guys who are not active listeners know where I got that number from. So I added my two areas together that I got. And then when I did that, I got 14,527 and 3,239 thousandths meters square. So now it wants us to figure out, well, what is just the area of this small little yellow part? We did all that work to figure out what's just the area of the running track. Now, here's what you guys can do. You can take the area, both of these areas, and right here, this is what I'm talking about. And now I'm writing in green the area of the field, so you guys know. So 10,343 and 785 thousandths. Okay. Now we're subtracting, so I should have put my bigger number on top. Shame on me. I was just so anxious to write the value of the field, but we're gonna subtract that or take that away from 14,527 and through 33,239 thousandths. And I'm going to actually subtract them too because I don't need the value of the field in my last and final answer. So I'm going to subtract that in my calculator. You guys could be doing the same thing at home. And your final answer should be 4,1 183 and 53,000. Well, I feel put 53886.53886, and don't forget about your units, okay? So if you have any questions about this problem, which I'm sure you guys do because this was even overwhelming for me to do, please visit your manager's Google Meet session. All right, after you finish watching this video, please head to your Google Classroom to complete your cool down assignment, and I'll be back in the next video to review that for you.